Okay. Hey everyone, how you guys doing today? I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope everyone had a great holidays. Uh, Whoa, what the? Okay, I guess that was an accident. Uh, Hi everyone, how you guys doing today? Hey everyone. No, Red Dead Online is unfortunately done. It's not going to get an update, dude. As much as we want it to, it's not going to. About the mansion, do you like it? Anyone who needs help with anything, just send me an invite. I will help you. Oh, Otto needs help. Okay, I'll help him. Haven't helped Otto in some time. Yes, you're right, Minion Dave, to 2021. Otto, if you need help something, go to your business right now. I got Casino Heist of artwork. I could help you with that a little bit later, PC. Yes, I will still do a lore video on Crash, yes. I love the content, bro. Hope 2026 will be a great year for you and your family. Love the hat, too. Thank you, Far. Thanks, man. Hi, Slick, it's me. Oh, yeah, that line, that's one of the most annoying lines in GTA, Devin Weston. That line is just... Do you know who Tenpenny is based on? Yes, he's based on one of the Crash officers. I forget the guy's name, but it's Perez, I think was his name. No, I haven't, New Vegas guy. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna wait until one more episode gets put up, and then I'm gonna watch it because I don't want to wait like a week every single time for a new episode. That's just annoying personally. Have you thought about trying out the Mission Creator? Yeah, I'm thinking about trying it out before Rockstar deletes it, because I think Rockstar is gonna end up deleting it. I think they are because there are people that are making all these disturbing like missions, and I think it's only a matter of time before Rockstar decides it's better to get rid of this whole thing. That's probably what they're gonna do. Is they're probably gonna remove the Mission Creator entirely. Uh, no, I'm not doing heist right now, Otto. If you need help with a business, I can help you with that. But I'm not. I'm good. I do heist usually at the end of the stream. Yes, somebody made a mission on the Diddy and his mansion and the FBI raiding it. Somebody actually made a mission on that. Yes. Any tips for the final boss in Fallout New Vegas? You're talking about Lanius. Well, it depends on the ending you're getting, but generally Lanius is the final boss. But when it comes to Lanius, you can actually talk him down with high speech skill or high barter skill. Does the enhanced security also stop CEO Crate Warehouse ghost raids? Um, Yes, they shouldn't be happening anymore. Electra Gaming, thank you. They shouldn't be happening anymore. Hey Pro, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Uh, my dad and uncle left today because it stormed. Tomorrow he's staying with friends until Wednesday. Then tried heading back home. He took a plane. Oh, okay, Brandon. I hope you had a great time with your family. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, man. Hey Patrick, how can I add you on PSN? Well, Mish, I would have to add you. Tell me what your PSN is. No, my Franklin might appear, but Trevor's definitely not going to appear in the final one. Well, the one Resident Evil game that I really liked is I really liked Operation Raccoon City. I know it wasn't the most popular one, but I liked the four-player co-op. I liked the squad gameplay with that game. Oh, this is actually close. That's good. Okay. You still have raids happen, even if you have the you have both the mansion and business security, because you have to have both. You have to have the mansion security and the business security. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Kirsten. I don't watch Family Guy really anymore. It's I guess I just don't find it funny. Which assault rifle is the best to use in online missions? I like the service rifle. The 60 round magazine, accurate. I just like it generally. No, I didn't do a Fallout New Vegas playthrough, but right after I finish Yakuza, because I think there's only one part of Yakuza left, I'm gonna do Broken Steel, the Fallout 3 DLC story. His hometown is Toronto. Oh, that's a bit far from you, isn't it, Brandon? Well, Mr. Faber with his connections can find anyone, even Lester. I'm gonna miss the Gooch. Worst Christmas event ever. Thank you, Marsoff, for the super chat. I never really participated in those Christmas events personally. I do like the snow, but the snow is the worst for flying in GTA. Hey Pro, Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to even greater 2026. I'm excited for more content and playthroughs. Thank you, Change Significant. Thank you for the super chat. Weapons carried too? Why hasn't it delivered one crate yet? What's going on here? Hi, Mark. Okay, I had to get out then. That was it. I'll do Mafia 2's Jimmy's Adventures, next year coming up. I'll do it. It's the Jimmy's Vendetta and, the Betrayal of Jimmy. That's those. Oh. Damn, all the snow, you can't even tell where the tree ends. My favorite Far Cry game is Far Cry 2. Thank you, Change Significant. I've got a lot of games planned for next year. Hey, Pro, hope you and all people around you had a good Christmas and a great New Year's. Shout out to you for always entertaining your side of the community. Thank you, Joker for Life. Thanks, man. And make sure you guys check out Joker for Life's channel also. He's a great channel there. Joker for Life, have you seen my new history short series, by the way? Okay, any new movies or shows you plan to watch in 2026? I gotta watch Fallout and Tulsa King, and I'm gonna watch also Blue Bloods before the end of this year, or start it at least. I know it's a long one, but yeah. So Joker, you know how I a lot of times I go off on this, long talk where I just talk about history. I decided to monetize that and actually turn that into a series. And so basically, when there's like clips of me in like streams and like playthroughs where I talk about history, I actually put that into like shorts. So like if you go on my shorts page, you'll see like about a lot of video game history. Like I made one on Call of Duty World at War like the other day. It's like 25,000 views. It was like what does this German song mean at the end of World at War? And then I did one on the Volkssturm, which were like a civilian militia that the Nazis were using in the last few weeks of World War II. I did ones on Black Ops 2's history, like I did on Angola. I did a bunch of different ones on. I did a lot of Mafia 3 ones too. Oh, okay, Mikey. Okay, Mish. Let me see. I'll have to add you later because I can't add anyone during the stream. Love from Chicago. Hey, Brad. I've been to your city before. I've been to Chicago a few times. Do you have any favorite movies that aren't crime and history related? A favorite movie that has nothing to do with crime or history. Uh, I don't know because it's almost all my movies that I like are crime and history movies. That's a tough one to answer. If we're talking movies that are specifically not crime and history, my favorite one's probably Star Wars. Then, yeah, it'll probably be Star Wars. The old ones, the old movies at least, not the new ones. But the Here we go. Oh, did my chat freeze? I think my chat might have frozen. Hold on. No, I haven't, Joker. Okay, now the chat's working again. Okay. I I hope everything's okay, Knight. You can talk to me anytime you want. What's your question, Anthony? As Donald Love once said, let's capitalize on this business opportunity. uh, Thank you, nerd boy. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Joker. I hope you as well. Which AI assistant did you pick? I ended up going with the British guy. At least there's no waves, that's good. Yes, I will do Hitman Blood Money for the 20th anniversary. Fast and Furious sucked up for 5. Yeah, I think it should have probably ended with Fast 5. That was probably pretty much a perfect ending, a good ending. I think it should have just ended there. It's ridiculous what they've done with the series. It's out of control. Which true crime game are you gonna play first? Which true crime game takes place first? Is it there's Los Angeles and New York, right? Nice hat. Thank you, Casey. Thoughts on the world ending in 2012? I think that stuff was stupid. Where I am at, the temperature's in the 20s. Okay. Get over here. Streets of LA. Okay, the first one. Okay. I followed your guide on nightclub goods. Did they help you out, dude? Classic Hollywood ended 30 years ago. Now it's a superheroes, romantic comedies, and remakes. None of them interest me. Yeah, there aren't really that many movies that interest me anymore these days. Yeah, not really. I will tell you, the last movie that I liked, that I watched, the last movie in theaters, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I saw it. It was a Korean War movie. It was a new movie that came out, but it was the Devotion. I think that's what it was called, and it was based on a true story. And that was like the last, movie that I actually, went to go see in theaters, and I actually did enjoy that one. But yeah, there's a lot of movies aren't good anymore. Isaiah, thank you, Isaiah, for that super chat. Happy holidays, everyone. Hopes here's to a good 2026. Thank you, Dwevi. Thanks, man. No, I don't think so, Knight. Okay, Far. How many hours you got on GTA 5? Let's check. Let's see how much no life I have right now. What is this here? Time spent in GTA Online. 510 days, 20 hours, and 31 minutes. Okay, so I have basically spent, what is it, a year and a half of my life on this game? That's nice. When Black Ops comes out, I thought we'd have, Nam, then Korea, then Gulf. Well, do you know what game could actually do a really good, Korean War? You know what game? Hell Let Loose. If Hell Let Loose did the Korean War, I think they could do a really good job with that game. But unfortunately, they're going to Vietnam. We had too many Vietnam games. I want a Korean War game. Have you watched the TV show Tour of Duty? Yes, I did. It was a 1990s Vietnam TV show. I saw almost all the episodes. What's that about, Joker for Life? What game are you gonna play after Yakuza Kiwami? Fallout 3, Broken Steel, and then right after that we'll play Yakuza Kiwami 2. Do you think Franklin knows Mr. Faber? He definitely knows of him. Can you post it again, Zach? Here's an embarrassing fact about me. I always get mistaken for being American or Canadian because I've been speaking English for a long time instead of Malay. Well, I I wouldn't worry about stuff like that. Do you know, people always think that I'm Russian. You know that people mistake me for being Russian. When I speak on the phone to my parents in Polish, for example, people will go up to me and like, "Hey, are you from Russia?" It's like, "No, I'm from America. I'm Polish, and I'm Polish American. I'm speaking to my parents on the phone." But that's what people will always say to me. They'll say, "Hey, are you from Russia?" No, I'm not from Russia. Most overrated horror genre. The most overrated horror genre. Um, I to think about that one. I don't know. I don't know, really. I don't play that many horror games, so I'm not sure on that one. Thank you, Zay, for the super chat. Yeah, I know, Nero. You should buy some garages around town so you can have hiding spots from cops. I guess that's a benefit of those. What's the one thing you want to see in the final DLC? I highly doubt that the final DLC will be big. And I would like to see them wrap up the Faber storyline, kill Mr. Faber. That's probably what's going to happen. The final DLC is probably going to be all a story DLC. It's not going to be a business. It's not going to be a business. It's not going to be any properties. It's just primarily going to be a story DLC. That's what the final DLC is going to be. It's going to be a bunch of missions and you going after Faber. That's what it's going to be. Oh, Faber would know everything, Anthony. Thank you, Jesus, for that super chat. People think I look Irish. Well, people think that I'm Irish all the time because my first name is Patrick. People assume that I'm Irish. And what I tell people I'm not Irish, and then they say to me, "But your name is Patrick." I'm like, "So?" And they're like, "That's an Irish name." It's like, okay, well, just because I have an Irish name doesn't mean that I'm Irish, though. But yeah, people think that I'm Irish all the time. Uh, what do you mean by that, Joker? Most obscure GTA lore fact? Can you explain a little bit more? What do you mean? Like something that people don't know about, or what? Snow usually doesn't last very long on highways because cars are constantly keep going. So if it's like a busy area, they're not gonna really do much there. Like something very unknown. Probably I have you gotta give me a minute on this, Joker. I gotta think about this. Like something in the lore that most people don't know. Um, Something in GTA lore that most people don't know. Um, hmm. Give me a moment. I just gotta think about that one. I think that I think, and thank you, Rocky Odessa. Thanks, man. I think the thing that people don't know in the lore the most is probably that Dimitri was manipulating Nico from the start. I think that's what they don't know. They think that this betrayal just happened out of nowhere, but he was actually playing Nico right from the start. I think there's that. I think another lore thing that people probably don't know is they don't know that Brad was even worse than Trevor. That's probably what I would put it at. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Probably even more than the Dimitri one. Brad was a more worse person than Trevor. A lot of people don't know that in the GTA lore. Brad, if you think that Trevor is a bad person, Brad is just something else. Like, Brad only gets very little screen time. He's only in one mission in the beginning, and then he's mentioned so much in the storyline. But Brad was actually a much worse human being than Trevor. Much worse. You would never want to meet a person like Brad. Honestly, I'd rather be friends with somebody like Trevor than Brad. So, like, Brad was a much more horrible human being than Trevor was, but a lot of people don't know that. Slasher horror films are overrated and cheesy. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I'm not into those two. Thank you, Zay. Hey, Pat. Everything that Psychic told me is coming true. In general, I don't believe in that stuff, but I think he legit. It's scary stuff. Well, the thing is though is that the psychics, a lot of times what psychics do is they basically just, psychics are really good at reading people, not like predicting stuff, but they can pretty much figure out if somebody's like distressed, like if you're, for example, not in a good mood, they can tell pretty quickly. And so what psychics will do is, if you remember, if you watch the last part of Yakuza Kiwami that I played, in the last part of Yakuza Kiwami, there was that scammer that was like a palm reader, and he read like Kiryu's hand, and he told Kiryu, it's like, oh, you recently went through a hardship. And Kiryu was like, wow, that's pretty impressive, like that he knew that. But the thing about that is that everybody's gone through some kind of hardship before. Everyone has. And like, it's not that difficult to guess that somebody's going through a hardship or something like that. So that's what I'll say about it is, I don't necessarily know if I believe in that, a lot of that psychic stuff. Oh, hey, TGG, what's up, man? Oh, we got Joker and TGG in chat. Hey, guys. Hey, everyone. I'll play 007 First Light, yes. Your video about Jock Cranley was great, GTA lore. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. My Mr. Faber lore video is exploding in views. It's like over 120,000 views right now. It's like, it's gotten super popular. Thank you, everybody, for the support on it. How are you doing, TGG? And hey, JBK, thanks for being a member of my channel for over 2 years. Thanks, dude. Thoughts on Poland versus the EU in general? I haven't been there yet, but I would love to visit. Um, what I will say about that is that a lot of people, they don't understand like Poland's perspective on these issues, because like here's the reality about like Poland versus the European Union. Does Poland clash with the European Union? Oh yeah, a lot. But what people don't know about that is that most Polish people, like it's like probably more than 80% of people, are generally in favor of being in the EU. But what they don't like is they don't like the EU's bureaucracy. They don't like the EU's politics. They don't like the EU telling them what to do. And so, like, if you ask most Polish people, like, are you, fine with being a member of the EU and, like, having, free trade between other countries and, like, free travel between European countries, they'd be like, yeah, sure, that's great. But then if you ask them, like, do you support, like, the EU's, political system in Brussels and stuff like that, they'll generally tell you, no, we don't support that. So that's the problem that Polish people have with the EU, is that the EU is just constantly interfering in Polish affairs. Like, the EU has done this numerous times. Like, the EU has interfered in Polish affairs when it comes to immigration. They've interfered in Polish affairs when it comes to mining coal. Like, they're telling Poland you can't mine coal in your own country. Like, Poland's like, what the hell? It's resources in our own country. If we want to mine it, we should be able to. So there's been numerous things where they constantly interfere in, like, Poland's domestic affairs, and it's really pissed Poland off a lot. Hi, Vertigo. There's a video of Ned Luke being swatted again. What? Again? It happened again? Are you kidding me? Recently, the idiot who swatted him, like, last year got arrested. And now it's happened again? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, thank you, Donald, for the, super chat. What's the first business you would buy if you had to start, over? I lost access to my account because I didn't change my phone number. Oh. If I was starting up GTA Online, what's the first business that I would get? Acid Lab. Because Acid Lab, you can produce it all solo. So Acid Lab, I would do that, and you can make the sales solo. In a public lobby, you get a bunch of bonuses. Then I would get the submarine, and then start doing Cayo Perico solo, and then getting 2 cocaine bags full. Have you spoken about the removed content from GTA 5 beta before? Which features do you wish stayed in the game? I actually don't know that many about them, Ankle. I know more about the GTA 4 things that were removed before beta, but I don't know much about GTA 5. I know that in GTA 5 there was supposed to be there was stuff in like GTA Online, like a lot of things that got taken out of the game. Like you had those crate drops that came in for Ron, those got taken out of the game. You had the armored trucks, but the armored trucks were different than the ones we have now. Thank you, Ankle, for that super chat. And hey, TGG and Joker, you guys still here? Hey, I was on the phone with the psychic, and I wanted to test him. I asked him to tell me what I was looking at the moment. He answered, a black washing machine. He was right. The thing wasn't even on. Huh. Well, then I will say that that's impressive. I don't know if I necessarily believe in psychics, too, but I would have to... You know, that can be impressive, though. Thank you, Suspect 13. Who reacted to my, the panda video? Oh, I'll see you, Joker. Take care, man. Oh, his sentencing is set for January 27. Okay. What is he being charged with? What's the maximum penalty that he could face? Hey, Sammy, how you doing, dude? No, the Bill 96 thing, Trav, is stupid. For people that don't know what Bill 96 is, Bill 96 is this new bill that's being passed in Quebec, in Canada, and, I don't know if it's law yet, or what, that part I don't know, but basically what it does is it makes, French the sole, like, official language of, Quebec, and while there's parts of the bill that aren't necessarily bad, like the government speaking French, because Quebec is historically a French-speaking population, so if the government wants to speak in French, I don't really see that as a problem. However, though, the problem is when you're interfering in people's personal business. Like, for example, what Bill 96 also does is it requires private business to speak in French. You can't do something like that. You can't tell a private business you can only speak in French. That's stupid. Because if a private business is only speaking in French, and how are they supposed to do business with, like, the Canadian states that speak primarily English? And they don't, a lot of them don't speak French. So how how are those businesses, gonna do business? That's stupid. So, trying to force a private business to speak only French, that, to me, that's stupid. Like I said, if the government wants to make it where their official language is French, I don't have a problem with that, because French is historically the language of Quebec. But when it comes to actually doing private things and, like, trying to force private businesses to speak French, that's stupid. That is. You can't force a private business to speak French. It's idiotic. I need help with the MC businesses. I can help you soon, Kirsten. Thank you for the super chat. The standard incident for swatting like that last scumbag did to Ned Luke is 5 years in prison. That's too little. That's too little, man. Like, honestly, I think that if somebody swats somebody else, they should get decades in prison. This should be decades. This should not be like 5 years. I think 5 years is way too little because literally what you're doing is you could literally get somebody killed. That's really what it could result in, and people have died from swatting. Oh, hey, God's child. Well, I don't know if he has a problem with Michael now because Michael saved you, so he's now after Michael. Oh, great. Damn it. Turn here. But Franklin and Trevor, I don't know. Do you want to do Diamond Casino heist with me? We could a little bit later, Durak. Do I have you added? Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Sam. Do you think we'll take out Mr. Faber in the next GT Online update? I don't know how they're going to handle Mr. Faber's work if he's dead. Yeah, they will. You're gonna kill Mr. Faber in the next GT Online DLC. How are they gonna handle Mr. Faber's work? Mr. Faber's work is still gonna exist. But about that is when you play Mr. Faber's work, it's gonna be like before the DLC. That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be like replaying like a past mission because GTA is, online does have a story and it's going in chronological order. So there's characters in GTA games where you've taken missions from them and then you've killed them later on. So it's gonna basically be like that same concept. And I mean, you can do the casino story missions where you help Fort and Duggan like take over the casino, and then and meanwhile you can just rob the casino before that. So those missions take place before the casino heist happens. So that's ultimately what it's gonna be. Thank you, Sam, for the super chat. Most evil GTA HD psychopath, Dimitri or Brad? Dimitri's worse than Brad, I would say that, but Brad is still a pretty horrible person. Who is the worst antagonist in the Hitman series, in your opinion? What's his name? Arthur Edwards? Yeah, Arthur Edwards is the most evil Hitman target in the series. Challenge start fresh, earn max cash till GTA 6. Hey, thank you, Yo, for the super chat, but the thing is, I'm probably not going to do that, dude. The reason is because I want to just devote my time to helping people, and it's much easier if I can help people with my current character. So, like, I would be spending so much time, making money on my own when I just want to help people now until GTA 6 comes out. How do you refute when someone says, I hate capitalism over the smallest of things? If the next time you hear someone say, I hate capitalism, if you hear them say that, just tell them, if you hate capitalism, throw your iPhone or Android phone in the garbage. If you hate capitalism, don't go to Starbucks anymore. Most of these idiots, they use a smartphone and they go to Starbucks. It's so ironic, like literally the people that are constantly complaining about capitalism. Have you ever noticed that they're always on their phones and they're always going to Starbucks? that's I've noticed that. That's that. So just tell them, don't go to Starbucks and don't use your smartphone anymore. Thank you, Luke, for the super chat. Should jail be about rehabilitation or punishment? Both. It depends on what the person did specifically, because not everyone deserves rehabilitation. Some people deserve only punishment. Some people deserve rehabilitation. Some people only deserve punishment. So it really depends on what they did. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, there are crimes that I think cannot be forgiven, and like the crimes that I think cannot be forgiven is like any kind of murder. Any kind of intentional killing, I don't think that can be forgiven. I don't think they deserve any kind of rehabilitation. I don't think that people that engage in rape or child molestation, I don't think they deserve any kind of rehabilitation. I don't think that people that engage in human trafficking deserve any kind of rehabilitation. So there are certain crimes that basically cross the line, and those people deserve no rehabilitation. It's just max punishment, just make them suffer. But then there are other people who they could be rehabilitated. It depends on what they did. Like some people, like there are young people out there that they grow up not in the best neighborhood. They fall into a bad crowd. Maybe they join a gang. Maybe they beat somebody up, like robbed somebody. As long as they didn't kill anybody, I think somebody like that can generally be rehabilitated. But if you're talking about like the more serious crimes of like murder, rape, trafficking people, like stuff like that, they deserve no rehabilitation. It's max punishment, death penalty, or life in prison. Uh, Let me see here. Do you think Trevor would have killed Michael if he never had kids with Amanda, especially after finding out the truth about Brad? It's entirely possible. Um, it's entirely possible because Trevor realized that Michael did it for his family in the end. He did realize that, and if Michael just betrayed him because he had no family, just because he wanted out, that would have given Trevor much more justification to kill him. So yeah, you have a point there, somebody. Are we selling something else? What's going on here? It would be cool if our GTA Online characters referenced in GTA 6, like a character saying the entire state of San Andreas being run by a silent maniac. A throwaway to, throwaway line from Nico from Leicester. Yeah, and that's what I think. Like, some people, there are people that are doing this ridiculous speculation where they're saying that, oh, we're gonna lose everything from Mr. Faber and we're gonna have to go to, like, GTA 6, like, the next. No, no. I think that your character is going to stay in San Andreas. In GTA 6 is going to be a brand new character. Everything's going to be brand new. This is not going to be the same character. So yeah, I think that your character is going to take Mr. Faber's place. That's what's basically going to happen if we kill Mr. Faber. Uh, Thank you, Chronicle. How do I join one of your lobbies? Well, I'd have to add you. Thank you, Sam the Man, and thank you, Chronicle. Okay, Casey. Buy Stamina's XS instead of Royales. They are a quarter of the price and more than good enough. It's harder to come by in Kwame. Okay. What would you say if someone said, I like a mixed economy model? Well, I would tell them then you like Venezuela. Because that's essentially what you have. Is Venezuela is basically the line between communism and capitalism. That's what Venezuela is. It's literally in between communism and capitalism. So and Venezuela is not a success at all. Venezuela is a complete failure. Now look, capitalism is the better system. It is, it's way better than like socialism or communism. But it doesn't mean that capitalism is a perfect system. Capitalism also has its flaws. Capitalism also has its issues. So it doesn't mean that there's no regulation. I mean, some regulation, some laws, obviously, to put into place so that certain bad things don't happen. But it's still, vastly superior than anything else that's been tried. I mean, you have like fascism. That's not a capitalist system. Disaster. Communism. That's not capitalism's disaster. Socialism, disaster also. So you have the other system, and then you have feudalism also. Feudalism, that's not capitalism either. Disaster. So feudalism, communism, capitalism, socialism. All these systems have just resulted in just complete failures, and they've all been. And not only have they resulted in failures, they've all resulted in wars, and they've always resulted in terrible governments that oppress their people and also oppress other countries. Uh, Will you cover Cyberpunk 2077 on the channel? Yeah, one day I want to do it. Thank you, Shadow. Why is Venezuela a failure? Because the stupid government decided to the stupid government decided to nationalize everything. In Venezuela, everything is nationalized. Even grocery stores are run by the government. Got into a car accident almost a week ago. Been watching your videos makes me happy. Let's hope I get my car back. And yes, it was very snowy. Oh my god, are you okay? Nikki thank you for the super chat. I hope that you're fine and you make a full recovery. Oh no, this is gonna be the flying one in this weather. Oh god, this is gonna suck. Okay, let's get it over with. Mercantilism, yeah, mercantilism is another system. It's not capitalism either. So yeah, so like there's mercantilism, feudalism, communism, fascism, socialism, and all of these systems have been done in countries before, and every single one is a disaster. Every single one, every time. Capitalism is the only system that has managed to that the longest system that has ever managed to succeed. So every single one of those systems is a disaster. It's a failure. They're also immoral. They also do bad things. So it's there's a reason most of the world today is capitalist instead of communist or any of this fascist garbage. You're the best GTA YouTuber, man. Thanks for all the content over the years. Thank you, Taik Wando, man. Thanks for the super chat, dude. Favorite and least favorite Yakuza game? I can't answer that question, J-Dubs, because I've only played Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami. Is the car wash business worth it? Yeah, you might as well get it. Man, is it better in first person? It might be better if I fly in first person. It might be easier for me to see. I can't... Look, this is why flying in this weather sucks. And the thing is there even an altimeter in the plane? Literally, the only way I could do this is I have to fly right next to the water. If I fly, like, right next to the water, I'll be able to see it. You think Capcom will make a Dead Rising 2 remake? It's entirely possible, Sam. They said that if Dead Rising remake succeeds, they'll make it. Can you drop another daily money guide? I'm gonna make another money guide. You'll see I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna make a solo one. Be careful, bro. I know. It's worse at night. I know. How do you theorize GTA 6's online will work? Will it be similar to V or something? I think that GTA 6's online should be more MMORPG focused, like more RPG elements. That's what I think it should be focused on. Do you think Damon Gant is a psychopath from Ace Attorney, you mean? In a way, yeah. He manipulates everyone around him. He kills other fellow officers too. He's pretty sadistic. He enjoys what he does. So yeah, I would say Damon Gant is a psychopath, but Damon Gant isn't the only psychopath in the Ace Attorney series. You also have the best example of a psychopath in Ace Attorney is Dahlia Hawthorne. She's the best example of a psychopath. She's probably the worst psychopathic character in Ace Attorney. She's just pure evil. And then what is it? You have what's his name? Matthew Ungard. Matthew Ungard has very psychopathic traits as well. He's very psychopathic. Queen Garan also many psychopathic traits in her. Trying to think any other characters that are possible psychopaths in And for people wondering, Simeon Saint is not a psychopath in Ace Attorney. He's not. He's more of a sociopath. Oh, the Phantom. How could I forget the Phantom? Oh yeah, the Phantom. He's definitely a psychopath, 100%. I forgot about him. Yeah. What about anarcho-capitalism? The thing about anarcho-capitalism, the reason that anarcho-capitalism is not going to succeed even though anarcho-capitalism sounds really nice on paper, it does. Getting the government out of your life, everybody's basically free to do what they want. You can make as much money as you want. The government isn't going to, take your money. You keep 100% of your money. But the problem with anarcho-capitalism is that what's going to happen is the large corporations are going to become the next government. That's what's going to happen. So the large corporations, they'll basically hire their own mercenary faction, that's private mercenaries, and they will basically just take over the country. And you'll basically be ruled by an oligarchy of a bunch of large corporations. That's what anarcho-capitalism is ultimately going to lead to. But I know that you have only one person in the world, only one country in the world elected an anarcho-capitalist, and that was in Argentina, and Javier Milei. And Javier Milei, he did a pretty good job with the economy. He brought down inflation in Argentina. So Argentina's economy is, if you just look at just the stats alone, he has dropped inflation down so much in Argentina. It has fallen so much, and the reason for that was because he stopped spending so much money on so many programs. The government stopped printing money, and ultimately help the country. But yeah, that's it. Anarcho-capitalism, like I said, it sounds good on paper, but it's just not going to work in the end. But yeah, but I will tell you something. I much rather prefer the anarchists over the communists, and the reason for that is because at least the anarchists aren't telling me how to live my life. They're not telling me how I should live my life, what I should do with my life, when the communists are. So that's why I prefer the anarchists over the communists, honestly. Let me see here. Hey, Pro, will you be, replaying GTA Vice City and Vice City Stories before GTA 6 comes out? Yes, but when I replay Vice City, I'll be doing the next-gen version of Vice City. That's what I'll be doing, primarily that. Yeah, I'm from Argentina. Do you think he did a good job in your country, Desto? What are some flaws in capitalism in your perspective? Well, the biggest I would say the biggest flaw in capitalism is probably when you have a completely unregulated system, because if you have absolutely no regulation, if you have nothing like that, you're gonna have like kids working in factories. You're gonna have basically stuff like that happening. So capitalism is largely the best system out there. It does need some regulation. I wouldn't say a lot of regulation, but there needs to be some essential regulations to prevent stuff from getting out of control. Like for example, like food companies should not be able to use all of these chemicals in their in their food that they do. Like a lot of these chemicals are poisoning people. Like that's why like chemicals in like foods in America are much more toxic than like in Europe, for example. Because in Europe there's like laws saying you can't put all these chemicals in the food. I missed a $50 super chat? What? When, J-Dubs? Will you do the GTA Online, protagonist lore video once GTA Online truly ends before GTA 6, like the 13-year-old history of the character, 13 years? Wow. I could think of something like that, Sam. Thank you. Anarcho-capitalism, look at RoboCop. Is that what the government is like in RoboCop? Thank you, Connect, for the super chat. And thank you, Planet Mantis. Employees need protections. I would agree with you. But yeah. Well, you know what I appreciate about him though, Desto, is that when he got elected, he said that what I do is going to hurt for the first year, but after that it's going to get better. That's really what he said. And most politicians don't talk like that. Most politicians basically they'll make all these ridiculous promises. They'll say, "Oh, you elect me, everything's going to get better on day one." But he was very clear. He said, the first year, all of my reforms, it's going to hurt. But then after that, the country's going to get better. And, he kept his word on that. You kept Elder's super chat. I missed Elder's super chat. Wait, who? Elder? I'm sorry. I'm okay. Just a bumper hit at fault also. I hope you're okay, Nikki. And thank you, DJ Rich. Dodo in Flurry is rough. Thank you, man. Oh, and I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of super chats. Connect. I've been playing Assassin's Creed 2. I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat earlier. Can you make a video explaining the GTA Online lore timeline? I still see people say that Cayo Perico or Oppressor Mark II happened before GTA 5. Well, basically, the GTA Online timeline is every update in order. So every update in chronological order is basically what happens. That's it. So like every update before the other update is that's what's next. So thank you, Elder, for that super chat. But I could do something like that, but if I do something like that, I'm gonna wait until the final DLC comes out, and then I'm gonna explain the timeline.
Hey, Big Mama, how y'all doing?
But well, Bioshock is anarcho-capitalism. That's what that is. It is. It's an anarcho-capitalist system. And the thing about Andrew Ryan is I generally like Andrew Ryan in Bioshock. And I don't think that Andrew Ryan is like an evil person. I don't think he is. I think that Andrew Ryan generally did want good for the people in Rapture, and I think he did generally want to create a city where people could achieve their dreams and people could live good lives. So I do think his heart was in the right place, but I think that uh, ultimately the reason that Rapture failed in Bioshock was the lack of regulation, the lack of freedom of movement. People could not leave the city if they wanted to. They had to stay in the city. And what happened was, like, you had people that were like extremely poor, and then you had people that were extremely rich, and then the poor were basically all just working for the rich, and basically there was no safety regulations on any of that stuff. The poor were getting scammed extremely, and it basically just led to chaos in the end in Civil War and Rapture. But yeah. I wish Sony would remake. Oh, I'm not gonna do the casino heist, the Cayo Perico heist right now. I'm gonna do that later. Anyone need help with stuff? Send me an invite. I wish Sony would remake a definitive edition of all SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs for PS5. I agree with you, German Prince. I would love to see a SOCOM remake. I still gotta play SOCOM 3 on the channel. We're gonna be doing that in springtime, so that'll be fun. Andrew Ryan did try to stay true to his beliefs. It took a mass smuggler for him to betray his beliefs. Yeah, and it was the mafia ultimately. That's what it was. It was Fontaine that did that garbage. But about Andrew Ryan, when he actually made Bioshock or not Bioshock, Rapture. When he made Rapture as a city in the Bioshock series, Rapture at first was a success. It was a really good success. A lot of people came in, they made a lot of money. People were generally able to achieve their dreams. But what destroyed it was Adam. Adam, what it was that drug from the slugs underwater, and it would give people like all these mutations, make them go crazy. People got addicted to Adam. It disfigured their faces and made them go insane. And then half of the city was basically on Adam. Half the city was like addicted to drugs. And Ryan didn't do anything about that. He kept saying, "I don't think it's I don't think it's my job to basically tell people that they can't use drugs." And what ended up happening is most of the city turned into like violent drug addicts. That's what basically happened. The thing about the thing about Andrew Ryan also is my session full? Yeah, I think it is right now. Yeah, it is. The thing about Andrew Ryan is Andrew Ryan is not an American. A lot of people don't know that. He made his name very American-like, Andrew Ryan. So he basically chose a very American-like name. But Andrew Ryan is originally from Russia. That's where he's actually from. And he actually got rid of his Russian accent. So that's why he developed a very thick mid-Atlantic American accent. But he's originally from Russia, and he left Russia right when the communist revolution was happening. He lived in the Soviet Union for a little bit, and he basically saw people lose their private property, everything, their entire livelihoods, and he got so mad. And he basically left Russia. He came to America, and in America he became a very rich man, and um, he generally liked America. But what happened was when Roosevelt started doing the New Deal and government started getting more involved in the economy, he really hated that, and he ended up leaving America because of that. And he started up his own city. Andrew Ryan is probably one of the most fascinating characters that I've seen in a video game. Like, his philosophy is just so. I think his philosophy is even better than Mr. House. Like, Mr. House is a very popular figure in like Fallout New Vegas, but I think that Andrew Ryan, his philosophy is even like more interesting than Mr. House. I do, JBK. Who, April? I have an Xbox 360. Yes, I have one. Yeah, I'll play through the BioShock games one day. Most evil villain in BioShock? Um, when we're specifically talking about the Rapture, that's easy. That'll be Sophia Lamp. Uh, FDR made it illegal to keep gold. That is true. Yes, that's true. Uh, Thank you, Connect, for the super chat. But yeah, about Sophia Lamb and Andrew Ryan is Sophia Lamb and Andrew Ryan are basically the opposites on the political scale, where Andrew Ryan is just the extreme individualist. That's ultimately what he is, like individualism to the max, like very like libertarian anarchist like. But Sophia Lamb, on the other hand, she is extreme collectivist, like very very extreme collectivist. Everything about the group, and so that's what kind of the lesson in BioShock is. Like the first game, it's about like the main antagonist is an extreme individualist, and then the second game is like an extreme collectivist. That's kind of what the message was in BioShock 1 and 2. What about Fontaine? Well, Fontaine wasn't, Fontaine just cared about himself primarily. That's what he was, just a gangster. He was just a he was Fontaine is essentially how you could describe him. He's a parasite. That's what Fontaine is. Fontaine had destroyed Rapture so much. The reason that I say that Lamb is even worse than Fontaine is because even though Fontaine caused the Rapture Civil War, Sophia Lamb ended up killing more people over time. Who promised that it'll be hurt in the first year and then it'll be good? The Javier Milei. Collectivism is more naturally human. I wouldn't agree with that. Humans are generally collectivist when it comes to their families, but when it comes to society as a whole, humans are generally very individualist. So I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. But it also depends on the culture. It depends on the culture and where you are. Like, for example, like I have a few friends that live in India, and I know that like in India, in that country, that it's a very society is very collectivist, and I know that that when somebody does something, the entire family is notified. The entire family a lot of times agrees on something. They work together as a family. In America, families are collectivist, but they're also more individualist, where like family members will say, I'm gonna do this and that, and they don't really care what other family members say. But like in India, it's very different, where like in India, you have to have the approval of all the other family members before you do something. So it really depends on the culture and the society. But like if you're looking at Americans specifically, Americans are probably the most individualistic people on the planet. They probably are. So that's what I say about that. That in the Middle East, people are very collectivist. That's true. Yeah. Hey, Correctional, love your channel. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, I guess it's the reason the lobby got so full today is probably because a lot of people are on Christmas vacation. That's probably was holiday vacation, so they just have a lot more free time. Do I ever get fatigued from GTA grinding? I used to in the past, but like I don't go crazy with the grinding anymore. I just help people. Well, keep trying to join JBK. You might be able to get in here. We're full right now, but somebody's bound to leave. Do you think Saints Row could make a comeback? Only with a different developer, not Volition. No more. They can't make another one. I don't trust Volition to make another Saints Row. Well, Volition doesn't even really exist anymore, but I mean the developers, the people that are in the people that were from Volition, they can't be designing it anymore. Would I play Call of Duty Finest Hour 2 and 3? Oh yeah, those games I got plans to play. Thank you, Glover, for the super chat. Sometime next year, Far. Last of Us has been a requested game, yeah. I could play that one day too. Oh, we got 550 people watching right now. Thanks, guys, for coming by today. Thank you, everyone. If you're enjoying my stream, drop a like, and if you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe to me. Enter a boat. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a drive here. Definitive Edition is much more playable than what it was in the past now. I've been subscribed to you for 4 years. Thank you, Sammy. Thanks, man. Okay. 5.5 miles here. Yeah, a little bit of a drive here, yeah. 5 miles. Thank you, Ryan Dane, for the super chat. Thanks, man. Okay, 4 miles. The M60 is the most iconic gun of Rambo. Who's my least favorite character in Breaking Bad? Todd. Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. Is Mind's Eye for $10 a good deal? No, no. No, not until they add more DLC to that game, more stuff. No, don't do it. Okay, 2.5 miles. Thank you for your videos over the years. No problem, Ryan, Dane. Okay, we're finally about to get there. 1 mile left. I got both Mafia games for Christmas, Professional. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I hope you enjoy them. Those are great games. My favorite case in LA Noire, Nicholson electroplating. Most unhinged thing Cole has said when he when he if you accuse that the husband, the mechanic husband, of lying when his wife was murdered. I remember he goes in this crazy temper tantrum. One day I could probably play the Resident Evil games. Which of Michael's family you can't stand in GTA 5? Jimmy, probably the most. He's lazy, he doesn't do anything, and he blames Michael for all his problems. Like, even Franklin calls him out. Like, if you hang out with Jimmy and Franklin, like, Jimmy will just be complaining about Michael, and then Franklin will say, stop blaming all your problems on your dad. He drugged Michael, and he blamed Michael for it, yep. Franklin should never marry Tanisha. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see what that's, if they explain a little bit more on that backstory. Because she was supposed to marry a doctor, but she ended up marrying Franklin. I don't know how they... I wish they would explain that a little bit more. Thank you, Zay. Well, Jimmy is most likely gonna show up in GTA 6, yeah. Do you think the tactical team that was dispatched to Leon's apartment and Leon the Professional was in on Stansfield's corruption? Yeah, I think they were. You know when he says that line, everyone? You know, when he yells that line, everyone, that was not part of the original script. The actor just improvised and did that, and they liked it so much they kept it in. What was the worst video game you played this year? That's a tough one. Probably Black Ops 7, because as bad as Mind's Eye was, the reason that I enjoyed Mind's Eye more than Black Ops 7 was because at least Mind's Eye had somewhat of a good story. It did. Like, the writing wasn't bad in Mind's Eye. It wasn't. The thing that was bad in Mind's Eye was the ending. The ending just sucked, and the gameplay was trash. But when you take a look at like Black Ops 7, Black Ops 7 is not a game we expect to be bad. It's a game we expect to be good, because like Black Ops 7 was continuing David Mason's storyline, and that was the main reason I bought it. I bought it for the story. I bought it to continue David Mason's storyline. But instead of doing that, we had a disaster. A 4-player co-op campaign that was, terrible. Cringe cutscenes, plant monster woods, zombies constantly, gas hallucinations. It was just disgusting and bad. Thank you, Planet Mantis. Hey, Pro, do you plan on playing the Assassin's Creed series one day and perhaps make a lore video on it? I played Assassin's Creed 1 on the channel, but I could go back and play them again one day. But I don't know about lore. I would more talk about the history of the time periods that they're in. Are you making a rant video about Black Ops 7? Probably. If I have some time in January, I'll probably devote some time to making it. My last rant video was 2 years ago in January also, so it was like 2 months after, Modern Warfare 3 came out, so I might, do that. Oh yeah, the giant Harper one, that was bad. That was terrible. It was terrible. Just Cause, I do want to play those, yes. I like that there's no waves in the water. Did I find the donkey scene in Pinocchio scary when you were a kid? I don't even remember that. Thank you, Aaron. I never, I didn't even remember the story. That was the one with the puppet that had the long nose and it would get longer when he lied. Was that one it? Or am I thinking of something else? Star Trek I never got into, Zach. This wasn't for me. I never got into it. Which Call of Duty is worse, Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 7? Black Ops 7. Yeah, Black Ops 7. Game of the year in your opinion? It's hard. It's either Mafia: The Old Country or Ghost of Yotei. I like both games. I think probably Mafia: The Old Country because it was in a time period that you don't really ever see in games. The early 1900s in Sicily.
I'm gonna be living in style off my work, and she'll be teaching me.
I don't know anything really about it, Far. I'm sorry, I just don't remember Pinocchio. I'm sorry, dude. Battlefield 6, yeah, good too, but I don't know if it'll be my game of the year because I'm more into the open world crime games. I don't think we're gonna get GTA 4 remastered, unfortunately. Do I think Black Ops 7 was written by AI? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. They probably will make eventually a Mafia game in modern times. Avon Barksdale and Stringer Bell inspired Dwayne Forge in Playboy X. I didn't know that, menacing. Arc Raiders, huh? Arc Raiders ended up winning against Battlefield 6 in the... Maybe one day I could play the original version of it. Is it true that the Irish Free State in 1921 tigers from Northern Ireland? What do you mean tigers from Northern Ireland? Can you explain a little bit more, Aaron? You don't have to super chat me again. If you could just leave another comment explaining what you mean. I'd like to answer your question, but I'm a bit confused. Episodes 4 and 5 of my series are finally finished. Oh, okay, DL Gaming. I wish you luck on your series. Have you posted them? Well, grinding cargo crates will get you the most amount of money, but most people don't do it because it's just so time-consuming. You're still on black screen? Okay, Nikki. How safe is New York? It depends on what part of New York. Harlem isn't as dangerous as it used to be. Like, Harlem used to be much more dangerous back in the day, but it's not as dangerous as it used to be. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough will do it. Which GTA game do you like the most to make lore on? Either San Andreas or GTA 4. I mean, is that Ireland held independence in 1921 is the reason why Northern Ireland was created? Yes, yes, because the majority of the population in Northern Ireland was Protestant, or the majority of the population in Southern Ireland was Catholic, and they didn't want to in Northern Ireland the Protestants didn't want to be part of Ireland. That was that's when Ireland got its independence. Yes. I don't think Faber is going to die the same way Devin Weston is. I think it'll be something different. I think it's going to be on his plane. That's what I think is going to happen. His plane is probably going to be shot down. It might be something similar to the Ballad of Gay Tony. That's what it might be like. What game do you think should get re-released on next-gen consoles? GTA 4, one of them. What's the issue with Mr. Faber? He's the most powerful man in San Andreas because he controls everyone's wealth, and he wants your character dead next. My brother has got Mafia the Old Country in PSN in same Christmas day as Mafia games I got. Oh, okay, Aaron. Then that one's a great one too. Mafia the Old Country, I did really like it. Yeah, Mafia the Old Country is probably game of the year for me. Oh, we also forgot about Metal Gear Solid, right? Metal Gear Solid, that was another contender. I just watched your Mr. Faber video, and I agree with what you said. Do you think we should get all three main single-player protagonists to take him down? No, it's not going to happen. Stephen Ogg isn't going to come back for Trevor. Ned Luke is probably going to come back for Michael in that one, but that's that. Maybe Franklin, maybe, but I don't think anyone else is coming back. Thank you, Plain Mantis. Did I go to college? Yeah, but I don't know if college for me, college isn't necessarily worth it. I was pretty successful without it. I don't think you necessarily need college to be successful. What do I think of the hippies? What do you mean? Are you talking like 1960s?
What's up, pal? So you don't want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
A GTA 3 mod called Frosted Winter Remastered dropped. It's set in 2002 and covers the fallout between Joey and Tony after Sal's death. I check it out. Yeah, I know about that. I know about that one. And Kate, Gel Man. I do know about that one. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of it. That would be interesting to do on the channel too. And Joey turns into like a one-man army in that. Do you have any advice on how to handle stress and anxiety? The best way for me to handle stress when I'm dealing with it is to talk to my friends. When I talk to my friends, I feel it's generally a lot better. So just talk to your close friends, and the reason I choose friends over family is because a lot of times friends do understand you better than your own family. So like, if it's anybody that's gonna understand you the best, it's gonna be your best friend. So that's what I would do personally when I'm dealing with stuff. Is I talk to my close friends. I know Burns did hate the Onion line in Cold War. Oh great, these undercover cops. You can't open fire on them because you get a wanted level, but they're separate from the wanted level itself. Hi GB, how you doing, dude? Love your retail videos, man. I really relate to them. Thank you for your tips and advice. No problem, Extra. Yeah, that's on my list, Gunner. Your friends tend to be around your age, so that helps a lot. You're right, Gelman. Which Soprano characters are stupid? Jackie Jr., Chris, AJ, or Matt and Sean? Probably Matt and Sean are probably the stupidest ones. They thought that by killing a made man that they would somehow get promoted. They're probably the stupidest ones. Last one. Okay, Nikki. What's your message, Zach? No, our online character's never gonna talk. What did I study in college? Law enforcement technology. I'll try to, Gunner.
You ain't got the sense God give a rock. You ain't too smart, are you?
Johnny was just ruined, Omar. It's possible, but I think they're gonna make a new biker gang for GTA 6. Why did I get timed out? I didn't say anything rude or toxic. I didn't time you out, Mason. I didn't do that. It might have been one of my moderators, but I didn't do that. The Angels of Death should have been our enemy in GTA 5 and online. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It doesn't make sense for the Lost to be enemies. No, Aaron. My first name is Patrick, but no, I don't have any Irish background. Do you know about the Japanese post-war economic miracle? Well, like ramen, for example, the food known as ramen was actually developed in Japan right at the end of World War II, and Japan was desperately trying to get a food that they could mass produce that would also be cheap because of just the right after the war, Japan was completely destroyed, and that was what ramen ended up being, and ramen turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Nikki, can you invite me to your business? Do you think Jingu is a psychopath? Somewhat, yeah. I haven't seen him in the final mission yet, but yeah. I think that they should add drivable trains in GTA 6. I would agree with you on that. I did get tired of GTA Online in the past, but that's why in 2021 I took a year off from GTA Online, close to it. I didn't really stream for a year. I did videos on it, but I didn't stream for a year, and I came back to it, and and I was able to enjoy it because I took some time off from it.
You think
Damn, you can't even see the road here. Hey, what's up, James? Oh, here we go. What's my favorite acting performance in Modern Warfare? Are you talking about the newer games or the older games? I guess I'll tell you both games. In the original Modern Warfare game, who had the best acting? Probably Captain Price. Yeah, Captain Price probably in the original Modern Warfare games, best actor, played as him. In the new Modern Warfare games, in the new Modern Warfare games, I think the best actor was probably the guy who did Alejandro. Alejandro, he did a pretty good job. The woman who did Valeria, she also did a pretty good job also. Like when she was that one cutscene in Modern Warfare 2 where Valeria is like yelling at you in English and then immediately changes to Spanish after that. That's pretty good acting. Is Johnny Klebitz partly at fault for Jim's death? Yeah, a little bit. He gave Jim the money, which made him a target. Well, General Shepard sucked in the new Modern Warfare games. I liked him in the older games better. Why did Johnny take Ray's money? Because he didn't respect him. He didn't like Ray at all. Oh, and I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat earlier, Dax. I'm sorry. After watching the Dan Houser interview, I felt really bad for him leaving Rockstar Games because he really wanted to continue making stories like he did with Red Dead 2 and GTA 4. Did he state what his reason was for leaving? I don't know if I saw that one. Thank you, Dax, for the super chat. I'm sorry I didn't see your comment earlier. I'm sorry I missed it. What's this? Is this for someone's cell mission here? I think it is.
Looks like you sold.
Okay, I can help with heists now.
Cool. Hey, sup?
It was Otto, you needed help with a heist too, right?
No doubt.
Did I know that Shepard's voice actor in the original was in, Alien? No, I didn't know that, Aaron. Thank you for that super chat. And did Dax comment again? Dax, are you still here, dude? What is Mr. Faber's accent? I have no idea. He sounds British to me, but I don't know. Some people tell me he's British, other people tell me he's German, other people tell me it's a Swiss accent. Anybody here in chat, does anybody here know what kind of accent Mr. Faber has? I know it's European. I just don't, I cannot tell what accent that is. Does anybody know what it is? Go here. Oh, we're doing this. Okay. The reason Dan Houser left was because his brother Sam wanted to continue with GTA Online. Oh, really? And so he didn't want to do GTA Online constantly. He wanted to work on the next game. Was that it? That was it? He actually, I'm surprised he actually admitted to that. I'm actually surprised he admitted to it. Swedish? Well, a few people are saying it's Swedish. Other people are saying it's Swiss.
Bug bombs or go. Take the Bug Star van. Security is expecting exterminators at the back entrance. Sometimes you just gotta fall back on the hits.
Hey, Pro, I've been watching you since pre-COVID times, and I loved your content. Anyway, I do have a question. Do you like Motley Crue or Van Halen? I haven't really listened to them, but I know that Motley Crue has one rock song in GTA 4. I like it. Their rock song in GTA 4, I know that. I don't listen to that much music, though, dude. Thank you, Dia Blood Dragon? Blood Dragon? If I'm reading your name correctly. Isn't Swiss just German? No, Swiss is a different nationality.
Drive in and pull up by the rear entrance. They'll buzz you in. And remember to be cool. They're expecting you. Okay, remember, you're just a humble pest control team. You are very boring. You live for fumigation.
Do you think Salieri respected or appreciated Tommy? A little bit. Maybe he respected him. I think he liked him to a degree, but at the end of the day, you know, Tommy was his servant. What show do I think was overstayed than its welcome? The Walking Dead. I think The Walking Dead has done way too much stuff. Like it's so confusing. Like you can't even watch it anymore. It's like 3 different shows. Yeah, it's just so much. Like they've been spamming that show since 2010. And some of the earlier episodes were good. I would agree with you on that, but yeah, it's just Walking Dead is just way too much.
Good work so far. You're in the staff lobby. Try your best to act normal in front of security. Okay, now go to the double doors.
Thank you, Catspur. Where did the name Polish Mercenary come from? I made this name in 2009. And when I made this name, I was, you know, I'm Polish American, and I made my name based on the game Mercenaries Playground Destruction. If anyone knows the game Mercenaries, that's what my name is from, because I really like Mercenaries a lot. Can I hack this door, Pierston? What caused Japan's post-war economic miracle? Not being focused on militarism. Japan for the first time was actually developing its own country instead of constantly focusing on the military and invading other countries. And by focusing on their own country, you know, and building up their own country instead of invading other countries, that's what what created Japan's economic miracle. Mr. Faber's accent, some kind of weird mix of German, maybe even Swiss, and a little British. I think he went to Oxford or something, probably, huh?
Well, this is as far as those disguises will get you. Make sure you're not seen and get to the man trap.
Something wrong.
Good work, Pearson. Good work. Okay. Swipe. Have I ever traveled to Africa? No. But oh, and let me. I got to turn on fidelity, right? So I don't glitch out here. But there is one African country that I really want to visit one day. It's called Botswana. I really want to go see the country of Botswana, and I want to visit that country one day. The stealth is garbage in this game. I'll agree with you on that.
So far, so bueno. Push on to the vault. Ah, looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there. Happy days. Okay, we made it here. Get out your equipment and get into the vault.
I never got into Star Trek, Zach, so I don't know much about it.
You need to drill your way through multiple discs in order to break the vault door lock. Keep an eye on your temperature gauge.
Let's see who opens this first.
Going too quick. Okay, disc 1 is done here. There's disc 2. And number 3.
Okay, beat me there, Pearson.
Okay, right side's all done.
Okay, Pearson, I'm getting everything on the left. You get everything on the right, okay? Is Botswana the least corrupt country in Africa? Yes, it is. It is.
Hey, that art looks expensive.
Out of all the, out of all the countries in Africa, Botswana has the least amount of corruption and the highest GDP.
Stay under the radar. We have a little more time here. Now, your hacker can block the security sensors while you're in the vault, but only for a while. If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention...
You should visit Alaska. I'm going to in May.
They'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now. If you're making
Since you talked about Phil Collins, you know he's not only English celebrity in Vice City Stories. Did you know that he was a drummer in the band Genesis after Peter Gabriel left? No, I didn't know that. You know, the Phil Collins thing is the reason that Rockstar hasn't been releasing Vice City Stories on like iOS, for example, which I don't think Phil Collins would really have a problem with that. I mean, Phil Collins liked being in Vice City Stories. Do you like the snow in GT Online? It's okay, but not for flying. No, I'm gonna be still watching it, Zach, this week. I'll have some time. I'll turn it on this week. Vice City Stories was on PS3. It got removed? Really? I didn't even know about that. What's the backstory with that? What happens if people bought it? Did they keep it on PS3? Wasn't the Northside Gang started as a Market Street gang of safecrackers? It was small-time criminals that basically put together that large organization. Kirsten, start drilling after you get that. I got this one. This is L.A. Noire right here. This painting is L.A. Noire. Phil Collins, he's a musician. Why do you celebrate Christmas if you're not Christian? I'm more of an agnostic. I lean more towards believing. And, you know, my family celebrates Christmas, so I celebrate with them.
30 seconds.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Don't dawdle.
Damn. Okay, get out, get out.
Perfect. Now get out before they smell a rat. Gas incoming. 10 seconds. We're still under the radar. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, really good haul on that. We're doing everything perfect. Swipe.
That is the mother load. We cleaned them out. Okay, let's see if we can make the way out as smooth as the way in. Get your key cards ready.
My biggest wish for GTA 6 is to have more than one radio station that plays old rock and metal, like Ozzy, Iron Maiden. I'm not a fan of modern music. You know what I really wish? I really wish that there's like they bring back like the music store like in Saints Row, because that's one thing I really liked about Saints Row is that in Saints Row 2 you could go to music store, and when you go to music store you could buy all the songs that are on the radio, and then you could make your own custom radio station from that and not have to listen to the ads. So like I like listening to the music, but sometimes the ads are funny like the first time you hear them, but then like when you're constantly hearing it, it gets annoying.
Back the way you came through the checkpoint. Nothing to see here. Get in the cargo elevator and use your key card. Play it cool.
Oh, thank you, DHC. $20 donation. Hey, Pro, I wanted to dedicate this super chat to someone who is a member of my crew and a known member of your community. Named Philip, 60305, post-op van, 69, Golden Freddy, and Isolated, who passed away 3 years ago. May he rest in peace. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your friend. You have my condolences, DHC. And thank you, rest in peace there to, Golden Freddy.
Now, we got your weapons in through the laundry chute. It's, you guessed it, in the laundry room.
Saints Row 2 was better than GTA 4. Yeah, I would agree with that too. But thank you, DHC, and I'm sorry about what happened to Freddy. May he rest in peace, and you have my condolences.
The cops aren't letting anybody through the perimeter, so you'll have to do that the old-fashioned way.
GTA 6 needs custom radios on consoles like on PC. Yeah, thank you, gentlemen.
Get to the getaway bikes. They're in position now. Hustle! You should avoid the bulk of the cops this way. The only thing that matters is making it to your ride. Remember, they know the vault's been hit, but they don't know who you are or where you are. They have patrols sweeping the whole place, and all the civilians have been evacuated. So if they see you, they'll know it's you. So just
You also had Timothy Spall, who voices Barry in Vice City Stories, and who was that? This should be interesting. Bikes.
Alright, our decoy is online. The cops are confused as hell. Don't get seen near him, or the cops will figure out what we're doing. I've pinged your GPS with this tracker. Just got word from the decoy. We don't have long before they have to tap out. Make the most of it.
Oh crap.
Alright,
By the way, Vegas playthroughs when, and do you consider it to be the best SDEI to side with? What do you mean? Oh, best side to side with. Is that what you're asking me? I think Mr. House is the best one for Vegas. Thank you for the super chat, American Loyalist. I think Mr. House is the best one to side with.
If the buyer hears so much as a siren, this whole thing goes up in smoke. Lose the cops.
He generally has a plan, and he has good intentions for Vegas, where a lot of the other factions are just scumbags.
I knew this would be sweet. Liberating large amounts of private equity from private equity. That's something even the IRS has trouble doing. But you strolled out of there carrying their crown jewels right under their noses. The ultimate humiliation.
I'll see you, Brandon. Take care, dude.
Oh, I've taken a whole lot of scores, but none of them has been sweeter than this.
You know Donald Love is based on the current president of the United States? Yeah, well, Donald Love was heavily inspired by I don't want to get into the whole political drama, but yes, he was a New York businessman, very if you lived in New York, you knew who he was when you were in New York growing up. I knew who he was, and yes, that's Donald Love is based on him. Thank you, mocked Dansari. Do I know that the British Empire also wiped out the Gaelic language? You're talking about the Irish language. Thank you, Aaron. But they didn't completely wipe it out. English is the dominant language in Ireland, true, but Ireland is making, trying to bring the language back. They're trying to. Please wish our good friend James, also known as James Gameit, a very happy birthday, as he just messaged me it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, James. Hope you're okay. Thank you, Fernando, also for being a member of my channel for over 6 years, and thank you to, and happy birthday also to James. Everybody wish James a happy birthday here. Oh yeah, he's based on Trump. That's who Donald Love is based on. I just don't want to, I don't want to speak on the whole current political drama right now. I just don't want to. I stay away from the politics. I just stay away from that stuff. We did really good on that run. That was really good. A really good run there, Pearson. Really, really good. Why are you so scared to speak on anything political? I'm not really scared to speak on anything political. Just the thing is that when you speak on that stuff, is everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has an opinion on something, and it basically gets out of control, and then people start arguing, and I don't want that. I just want my streams to just, stay chill. We're just all hanging out talking and, not debating politics or some other nonsense. It's not just that. It's like, for example, the Israel-Palestine conflict, I just stopped talking about that in general, and I didn't even talk about it at all. It was just that people would constantly show up to the stream, and they would constantly spam me about that. And every single time I always gave the exact same answer, which I said I'm not on any side. I'm not on Israel or Palestine side. I'm on the side of peace. I don't want there to be a conflict. I don't support sending money to either Israel or Palestine. But whenever I said that, I would have people that were constantly just coming into the streams, and they were accusing me of either supporting Israel or supporting Palestine when I literally said that I don't support either one. And that's why I just tend to stay away from those topics. It's just like everybody has an opinion. People go crazy with those topics, and that's just basically my viewpoint on it. Also, rest in peace to my friend Freddy, aka Isolated 2003 and Golden Freddy. I missed him for a long time. It saddens me to hear he passed away so long ago. It's sad, and I'm I'm sorry, Fernando. You have my condolences. May he rest in peace. I didn't know about that, Menacing. Will I comment on Trump's plan to bring back battleships? I don't even know anything about that, really, American loyalist. I don't. I didn't even know that was proposed. Well, I made a video about that, condemning that shooting, mysterious creator. It's just horrible that people were celebrating it. But yeah, I just tend to stay away from especially the modern political discussions because it just gets so toxic. Would I fight Prime Tyson for 50 million? No, because I don't think I would survive that fight. It's no money is worth it if you're gonna die in a fight against, I honestly think Mike Tyson would kill me in a fight. If it was even if it was a boxing fight, yeah, so no. I see here. I guess we're probably gonna we'll probably wrap up the stream here, guys. I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm kind of hungry. So I'll answer a few questions before I go here. Do you think Terezi would have approved the friendship between Enzo and Isabella? Well, he kind of knew that they were friends. I mean, they were generally friendly with each other, so I don't think that was the issue. He had an issue when they were together, and it was because he saw Enzo as his servant ultimately. That's what it was about. And for him, it just pissed him off that that Enzo could basically control his family wealth one day. That just pissed him off so much. You mentioning Japan a bit often. Did you know masking was common in Japan even before COVID? Yeah, in Japan, in Japan, the culture is that if you're sick in Japan, you're gonna wear a mask. That's the culture around that. Not in America. In America, if people are sick, they're not gonna wear masks generally. Yes, I will, Hopkins. Roman wanted Nico killed. I've never heard about a theory like that. That's Yes, I still want to make that Donald Love lore video. I just don't know how I would make it, but I'm thinking about making it one day. Will I do what, Omni Kenny? How did the Northside gang fall due to one stupid leader in just 5 years? Well, it's like anything. It's like any organization, any organization, and you can take the Northside Gang's example and apply it to anything. Mafia organization, even a company, even a country. If you have an idiot that is leading something, even if that organization succeeded, so if you have a successful country, right? A successful country, a successful company, even a mafia, all it basically takes is just one idiot leader. Like, you get an idiot in charge and just ruins everything. So, like, all it takes is just one idiot to just bring down an entire organization. That's pretty much for anything. And one idiot will just one idiot leader will do way more damage than probably a bunch of dumb subordinates. So at least if you have a good leader, at least the leader can clear out the stupid subordinates. But if you have a stupid leader, all hope is pretty much lost. It is it's like that. What's your message, Suggesta? Who are the Northside Gang? The Northside Gang are an Irish, Polish, and German gang that operated in Chicago in the 1920s, and the leader of the gang was a complete idiot, and he basically just kept pissing off Al Capone and Johnny Torrio until they killed him. Will I stream on December 31st? Maybe. I'll have to see what I'm doing that day. I could try to do something for New Year's. I played Last of Us 1. Do I get snow? Yes. No problem, GoldenEye. What's your question? Aramine? Hey, General. Yes, I'm gonna do Kiwami 2 and then Kiwami 3. That comes out. Uh, can you wish my friend Samuel a little early happy birthday? Happy birthday to your friend Samuel, Jordan. You can call me John. Okay, well, what was your question of mine? Or John? Or mine? My favorite Mafia protagonist in the series? Probably Enzo, because of what he went through, I'd say Enzo. Enzo had an extremely hard life. The hardest life out of all of the Mafia characters. My two favorite games ever? Probably Saints Row 2 and Skyrim. What's the question, Suggesta? I don't see your comment. I'm scrolling through it. I really don't. I just see your comment now. Oh, Left 4 Dead 2 again soon. That's your question? Left 4 Dead 2, I'm probably not going to do until springtime because I have my Bill cosplay still at my apartment, so when I do it next time, it'll probably be in spring. GTA 4 I loved as a game also. It's one of my favorite games, but yeah. There's never been an answer on what the Van's word at truth was following. There's never been an answer on that. It's a speculation. Can you read mine? What's your question, Stomper? Be the last one I'll read here, and I'm just gonna go get something to eat, I guess. Can you wish my brother Sebastian a happy birthday? Happy birthday to your brother Sebastian. Is it canon for 47 to gun down Wade's gang in Rosewood level? I found it weird 47 to stealth through that level. Well, he probably would be killing them one by one. He's probably would be angry at that. Okay. Yeah, and the thing about Moran is if Moran had left Al Capone alone, Al Capone probably would have left him alone too at that point because Al Capone had pretty much forgotten about him at that point, and he still tried to have Al Capone killed, and that was just no. Well, he tried to have Al Capone's bodyguard killed, but Al Capone saw it as an attack on himself. Uh, favorite arcade game? This one, Cubed. Was the saddest cartoon you ever seen? Um, The kids once Courage the Cowardly Dog had some really sad episodes. Have I played Dispatch? No, I haven't. Thank you, Aaron, for that super chat. What would happen if you could spare Aiden in GTA 4? Maybe a random encounter? I kind of always felt that they would have an option to spare him, because the way that mission was set up, like, Packy just drives off, but they didn't. Uh, okay, I guess we'll be going here. The first game I remember playing, probably Mega Man Legends. Or Siphon Filter. But I guess we'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys had a wonderful holiday time. And we might stream again on New Year's Eve. I'll see. If not, we'll stream on Friday. But I will see you guys. Thank you guys, everyone, for hanging out with me. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day, guys. If you enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. It does help the channel a lot.